My name is Latasha Holland. I am a customer engagement supervisor. I have been with CoWork Staffing Services for 9 years.
My name is Liam Pear and I work for the Corporate Services Department. When I first started with CoWorks back in 2012, I was in the branch in Saco, Maine as a recruiter. I then moved on to an on-site in New Hampshire and finished my branch career with the Dover, New Hampshire team.
I'm Amanda Kettle, and I'm the operations supervisor for East Hartford, Connecticut and West Springfield, Massachusetts. I've been with CoWork since 2013, so I just celebrated my 10-year anniversary.
Hey guys, my name is Alvaro Escalante. I'm a team member here for Corporate Services in Morristown, New Jersey.
Hi, I'm Samantha Rossi. I work out of the Sturbridge, Massachusetts office, and I've been with CoWorks now for 12 years.
The first thing that I recommend for the operations team to do every single morning to ensure that you have a smooth operation for the day is coming into the office, addressing applications. Speed to talent is something that you're going to learn if you haven't already. So addressing those people that are looking and hungry for work first. Then getting to voicemails, texts us, and emails. Documenting call-outs, anything that's really on fire. Sense of urgency, again, is huge. So we want to make sure that we're addressing everything before we get into the thick of everything throughout the day, because it happens quickly.
In my role in corporate services, we have a daily morning meeting every day, and I look forward to it. We're able to talk about the tasks and responsibilities for the day, troubleshoot any processing issues we might be having, and just go over what the priorities are for the day. The Corporate Services Department lives and breathes by the payroll schedule, so it's really important for us to connect as a team, make sure that everything is prioritized correctly so we're meeting deadlines and getting payroll processed for the branches on time. If there's any projects that we have going on, we can quickly assemble teams while we're on our call so we can make sure that we meet those deadlines for the field. And it's simply just a great way to connect with your coworkers. It's just a great way to get that extra support at the beginning of your day to meet as a team, and it just starts your day off right.
Okay, so personally, the first thing I do is get my cup of coffee. I can't function without it, so that's just on a personal level. The very first thing that we do as a team is have a morning call. Again, that allows us to pretty much have a game plan for the day to make sure that everything that needs to be handled is handled.
How I usually start my day is by checking the calendar so I know what to expect. And then I usually hop over to applications, start making calls to candidates. I check email, voicemail, text us, and then I make sure that I'm going through the folder. And then really throughout the day, I'm making sure that I'm touching those items continuously.
Staffing 101 that I've learned back in 2013 that I still do today is staying really organized. There's a lot flying at you. Phones ringing, people coming in through the door, clients sending emails. So it's so important to write things down. Flag things in your email so it's something to go back to. It's very easy for it to become chaotic, but organized chaos is so much more manageable.
Number one, if it's not documented, then it never happened. Those were words that we lived by, and they still ring very true in my corporate services role today. Number two is I learned the importance of responding to emails with a high sense of urgency. Don't wait too long to get back to the sender. Even if you can't reply fully to the email, at least acknowledge to the sender that you received it and that you're working through it and that you will get back to them.
Some of the basic operational one-on-one things that I was taught early on in my department is to always greet each caller by announcing my name, and once they provide me with their information, to address them personally for any communication that I have moving forward on that call. It is also important to explain what the next step or the expectation should be to the employee for the situation or request that they're calling in for. This way they know what to expect, and it avoids a possible additional call back into our office.
There is a tremendous push right now to document all the processes that our team here at Corporate Services handles. We've divided the different processes that we have according to the people that process those things. And so we're trying to streamline and standardize absolutely everything so that if there is need to fill in or to cover for anyone, there are a clear set of instructions that tell the user step by step how to fully process something through.
Some things I use to keep myself organized and I think would be pretty helpful tips is making sure that you have a folder in place for everything. Make sure that you label it as something that you know that you can easily refer to find what you're looking for. Maintaining a clean inbox so it's not getting overwhelming. And then I would say another tip that really works for me is really utilizing my reminders on my calendar, because that really keeps me on track throughout the day.
Working for corporate services is really no different than working in the branch, in the sense that your day can really go from calm to crazy within a snap of a finger. I've been lucky enough to have managers that run their department like a well-oiled machine. Shout out to Amy Whipple, Jen Nielsen, and Jamie Griffin. But to do that, you have to be organized and follow a schedule. Otherwise, you can easily, lose your focus for the day in the sea of emails and meetings that happen to come in. I personally was struggling with managing my meetings on a daily basis. Some days I would have no meetings, and then other days I would have meetings back to back all day. So for me, that was hard to manage. I got a really great suggestion from one of my managers, thank you, Jamie, who suggested that I get just a whiteboard that I can write on daily. I keep it right on my desk and it's visual to me. I take the time to write out my meeting times and what the meeting is, just something super quick and easy. And as I finish the meeting, I cross it off the whiteboard. Next day, start fresh, start the process over again. It's something so simple and so basic, but it really helped me a lot to manage my time. So staying organized and following a schedule, it doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated. I spent $4 and it's helped me tremendously with my day.
Having a schedule to follow for the day-to-day operations is going to be very impactful. It's important, again, to be able to start and end your day on the same foot, checking voicemails, text messages, scanning through your email, making sure that all loose ends are tightened and buttoned up. It's definitely recommended to keep that structure, because every day you can have an idea of what the day's going to look like, but because of what we do and walk-in traffic and phones, it can change in a moment's notice. But if you have the structure set up and a schedule set up, you can fill in between with that chaos, but that eliminates a lot of things falling through the cracks.
How I usually end my day is by running through all my emails, making sure anything that is flagged is wrapped up. If I have any pending items, I'll check the calendar just to see how the next day is looking. For example, if we have a lot of orientations coming in, I might set aside a little time just to do some prep work, just so I'm not rushing around in the morning.